Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. My name is, of course, Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram. Now, today is a fantastic day, pun intended, because in front of me we have Mr. Fantastic himself, aka Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four. Now, this continues the line of exclusive figures from Walgreens, where they seem to be releasing all of the Fantastic Four and supporting characters. So far, we have Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, and then also Susan Storm, the Invisible Woman. These two are brothers and sister. These two are a couple. One more figure to go, and that is The Thing, Ben Grimm, which they did show off promo pictures at the recent New York Toy Fair, and they also showed off the Silver Surfer as well. And it's been rumoured that we're going to get a Super Skrull, maybe even a Doctor Doom, who knows. Today we are looking at Reed Richards, looking very good in the packaging with two interchangeable bendy arms and also an accessory which is very tiny, and I'll remind you what that is in a minute. So yeah, let's look at the box. Picture of Reed Richards on the side. On the back, we get the promo picture that Hasbro have been teasing us with for a while. A little read up that says, a master inventor and impressive shapeshifter, Reed Richards uses intelligence and inflexibility to protect the universe as Mr. Fantastic. Now, as you can see, he's not part of any particular wave, so no Build-A-Figure or anything like that, but he is a Walgreens exclusive. Me in the UK do not have any Walgreens, but I do have Kapow Toys, and that is where I got mine from. I think he was also on In Demand Toys as well, and a few other places. But yeah, the US have been getting everything early recently, so it's very happy, and it's about time the UK got something early, and it is Mr. Reed Richards. So without further ado, let's get him open and see what it's like out of the box. Pow, and here he is out of the box, and he comes with some accessories, as we've already seen. Obviously, two interchangeable bendy stretch arms to simulate his power. Now, I believe these are bendy. Maybe not very good bendy wire, but they do seem to bend and stay in place. As you can see, I've just bent and they seem to stay in place. So that's good to know that you'll be able to get them in some poses. I do think there is bendy wire in there, and it's pretty good, to be fair. It's pretty good. It's not bad. It's better than it being solid plastic, but without trying it out in some different poses, I don't know how good it can be. But still, these are looking very good, and they do obviously simulate his powers very well. He also comes with this tiny, tiny little piece that I have to zoom in and show you, but it's called the Ultimate Nullifier, and it is meant to be the universe's most devastating weapon. Now, depending on the character wielding it, it can destroy entire timelines if the wielder is intelligent enough and powerful enough. Basically, the more powerful you are, the more powerful this is. But it can destroy anything the wielder chooses to. But yeah, and we do get a hand for him to hold it. It looks like a trigger finger hand, but Reed Richards isn't really known for holding guns, but he can hold the Ultimate Nullifier. So before I swap the hands and see what that's like, let's zoom in and show you this face sculpt, because I do think it is very comic accurate. So I'm just going to zoom in, and hopefully the camera will focus for me. Come here, Reed. So the light might be a little bit too bright, but what do you think? Does it look like Reed Richards? I think it's very comic accurate. Looking very good, with a hint of grey on the sides, as he is an older gentleman. But yeah, looking very good, and I do like the blue tone on the suit as well, with obviously the famous 4 in the middle. And this body is going to have lots of potential reuse, as you might be able to make yourself a boombastic bagman, if from a Spider-Man. Any Spider-Man fans will know who that is. And let's see if I can zoom in on the Ultimate Nullifier, if it will focus. I do apologise if it doesn't focus, and it's probably too dark. You see it? He holds it. It does have some sculpted detail, but it's only a tiny, tiny piece. But it's just a fun little accessory that they threw into the pack. So let's zoom back out and let's see these arms, shall we? So let me just drop the camera down a little bit. I apologise for the live editing, but I wanted to get this review out quick, because I know a lot of people have been asking. Now, I'm assuming the arms just pop out on the side, because they're going to have to go in there. So how much force? Oh, okay, not a lot at all. So these seem to, yeah, they pop out with not a lot of force at all. So now he looks harmless, armless. And that's plugging the arms. And there you go, plugging in, they both clicked, nice and simple, and there we go. Stretch Armstrong, Reed Richards, looking very good, to be fair. Some people from ACBA are going to be doing much better poses than me, but at least they'll be able to give your pets a hug if you have any dogs or cats in the house. But these are pretty good, to be fair. So do they bend, and will they stay in place? So yeah, you can bend them, and they will keep some shape, just depending on how much force you apply. So the bendy wire is in there, which is pretty good. We're not getting bendy wire for those new Dr. Octopus arms, which is disappointing because even something like this would have been fine. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Now, I'll get the tape measure out and we can measure how long they are. I've tried to straighten out his arms again, and then tape measure there. About 13, just under 13.5 inches wide. So yeah, plenty of hugging capabilities with Reed Richards. He could probably hug lots of your Marvel collection in one go. Yeah, I can't wait to see what the ACBA community does with this guy. Doesn't seem to be any articulation in with the fingers. They're just in like a grabby pose. It would have been good if the fingers had articulation, so you could maybe get him walking. I don't know why you'd want to walk on your hands, but you could do that. Would have been great as well to have legs, or to be fair, the possibilities are endless when it comes with what accessories you can give Reed Richards, but considering they've only can fit so much in a box, I think this isn't a bad shout at all. Since it's a new mold, I thought I'd best do some articulation for the people interested. Now, as I've mentioned, the hands are on some sort of bendy wire, so you can move them and bend them into repositioned if you want, and they will hold a pose, but there are no hinges or anything. The arms themselves are on a whole shoulder swivel, so you can move them all the way around, and then you can also back and forth, crunch, forward, back. Head moves like any Marvel Legend head would on a ball joint. It's all good. Knees double jointed, pretty good. Legs can go back, forth, side to side, ankle pivot. It's good. It's good range of motion for a Marvel Legend, people. I think you'll be very happy. I don't know what else, what other articulation you would want on a figure like this. Here's Reed Richards next to Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Now, I wanted to know if we can make a depowered Johnny Storm using this Reed Richards base body. Now, obviously, the Reed Richards head does pop off nice and easy, no problems, and it gives you a nice, simple base body for Fantastic Four. So customizers go crazy. You can make yourself a Boombastic Bagman if you wanted to. That's Spider-Man with the Fantastic Four outfit and a paper bag on his head if you wanted to know. I had this old Captain America unmasked head from way back in the day, which isn't being used in my collection for anything, and it's just a generic blonde guy. And considering we're getting new head sculpts for Captain America, this one is not going to be used. So it's just a generic blonde guy. We could use that as a Johnny Storm. So let's see if that fits on this head body. And the answer is no, it doesn't pop on. But considering I've got about 8 of these, then I have no problem dremeling it out a little bit, or just putting a bit of glue tack in there or something, and there you go. Obviously it doesn't fit on the peg perfect at the minute, but if you did do a bit of modification, you could essentially have a depowered Johnny Storm if you wanted to, just as a different display option. Now, what about if we put the Human Torch head on this body? Okay, so that fits on there, a little loosely, but it fits on there. And then maybe we could use his flame effects. So there you go, there's another display option for Johnny Storm. You could have him slightly flamed on if you wanted to. Here we have Reed Richards next to Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman. Now, these two are obviously a couple in the comics. You should know that. They've got a couple of children who are very powerful. But in Marvel Comics, these are sort of, after Secret Wars, they're in the background now. Marvel hasn't really been promoting Fantastic Four, as we all assume they're trying to get the rights back off Fox. So maybe the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4 will have Fantastic Four in it, but who knows? Because that Disney merger is going to take ages. I'm talking years, people. So don't hold your breath. But these two look great together. I do wish that Sue Storm had a completely depowered arm rather than it always being a little bit translucent. So we just had two basic base bodies. But the colours do sync up very nicely. Obviously Hasbro are doing this on purpose. They're all part of the same team. And we can bring in Johnny now. So now we have 3 of the 4 members of Fantastic Four. We just need Ben Grimm, who is meant to be coming out later this year. The Thing comes with 2 interchangeable heads, one with teeth, one without teeth. And yeah, then we will have the Fantastic Four complete. So thank you very much for Walgreens to investing in Hasbro to get these exclusive figures, as I really wanted some Fantastic Four on my shelf. And now I've got 3 of the 4. So we're 3/4 of the way there. But looking very good. And as I said, these power effects are really, really simple to use. You could just use one if you wanted to. Easy. So final thoughts, I'm really happy to have Reed Richards in my collection. He's a very important character throughout Marvel history, a member of the Illuminati amongst others, and he's going to stand out on your display. Simple figure, yes, but it is what the character is, so you can't really ask for more. Yes, we could have gotten more accessories, but what they give us were plenty considering the size of the box. Nice little packing with the nullifier there, which is just a fun little thing. It means the people behind making these figures know the comics. They are at least reading the source material, which is always good to know. And he is probably my favourite Walgreens figure so far. Again, simple figure, but it is what it is. This is Reed Richards in his comic form with some accessories to make him look like he's using his powered. So very happy to have him. Excited now to get Ben Grimm. But if you have any questions or any more comparisons you want me to do about this figure, then please just let me know in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer them. So yeah, let me know what you think. So as always, people, hit that subscribe button for Marvel Legends reviews throughout the year, and I always interact with the comments, and follow me on Instagram and all of that goodness. Hit the videos tab for all my recent reviews, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.